Absolutely stunning. There's just not. And lasts all day. The more I tried them, the more they became a favorite. Whoo, shimmery type. Hi, I'm Mallory Brooke, makeup artist and content creator here on YouTube, and I cannot get my pigtails with bangs in them to calm down. So we're just gonna roll with this fun and flirty hairstyle. So today is my September favorites. These are all the products that I used quite a bit in September in everyday life and in videos. Some of the things that won't be featured today that I reviewed this month, don't worry, I'm still getting used to them. They'll probably be in October favorites if I did like them, but these are September favorites, so let's get into it. The very first favorite I want to mention is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I have a full review and tutorial on this eyeshadow palette, so if you would like to see the ins and outs of this eyeshadow palette, what my thoughts are, why I felt I needed this and why I felt other people needed this in their kits, in their collections, and why it's unique, I will link that video below. But I loved reaching for this eyeshadow palette all month because it is so quick, so easy. The shimmery shades are beautiful. Even the satin matte with the shimmer overlay shades just lay beautifully. If you weren't happy with the By Mario Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette, you will love this eyeshadow palette because these matte with shimmer and glitter overlays actually make your eyes look glossy. I'm very pleased with my purchase. I'm so glad I picked this up and didn't just assume it was your everyday type of neutral palette or nude palette for that matter. It is just a one and done. You can go. You have a nice skin tone shade here that you can start your whole look with, and then you have crease shades that range from cool to warmer, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily a rosy type nude palette, and it's not necessarily a cool toned nude palette. It's more neutral, and you can warm it up or cool it down depending on what shades you use. So this was definitely a favorite this month. Again, I will have the full review below if you are interested in more of my opinions on this eyeshadow palette and also see it in action. Next, I have to talk about a foundation that really took over this month. I did a full foundation routine with this foundation. It is my light coverage foundation routine. It has been my foundation that I reach for recently, off and on, but then especially this month because I rediscovered my love for it. It is the Patrick Ta Cream Foundation with the powder. I love setting my concealer with this powder. It is blurring. There's blurring spheres in there I talked about in my video with my light coverage foundation routine, which I will link below as well. Underneath this product that is linked, everything that I mention in this video will be linked in the description box. And if I do have a full tutorial, that tutorial will be linked right underneath that product itself. And the links for the products themselves are affiliate links if I can help it, because that helps support this channel, keeps me going. I appreciate if you shop through my links. It really does help support this beautiful channel we have created over here. So thank you if you shop through those links. I make a small commission. Moving on, this foundation is absolutely stunning. You're seeing me apply it. You're gonna see the after. I think that it is one of the most skin-like foundations that I own. Also, this is not meant to be full glam, full coverage foundation. This is meant for a lighter coverage situation that is also great to throw in your bag and do touch-ups with. It lets the skin breathe. It is moisturizing. It lasts all day. I am wearing the shade Light 1 today. It is my shade when I have no self-tan, no natural sun at all, and I am an NC15, but I highly recommend picking up this foundation. I feel like it is very underrated, and like I said in my light coverage routine, foundation routine, at the time I was an affiliate with Patrick Ta Beauty, so I was on the meetings with him when he was discussing why he created this foundation, what made this foundation special, and all of these things before it was released. So I have to say, I think that other reviews might have missed the mark on the purpose of this foundation itself and why it's different. So you can also watch my full review. I will have that linked below. Since we're on the kick of coverage products, I have to mention the concealer that took over this month. It's the By Mario Surreal Skin Concealer. You are seeing me apply it now with a Gabby Rose concealer brush. I love applying this concealer with that brush. I love this concealer and it took me by storm, and it totally surprised me that I liked it so much because I did not enjoy its counterpart, the Mario Surreal Skin Foundation, which I also have a full review on. I will link that below. But I love this concealer. I feel like it looks like skin, and I'm 35 and I feel like it does a really good job of not settling in my fine lines, especially the ones that are developing on the outer part of my under eye. It's not fun, but here we are. I'm human and I have human skin. But I feel like this is a good version. If you didn't enjoy the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer, which I love, I think that you will enjoy this. It has a touch more coverage, but it still moves with the skin, looks like skin, and lasts all day. I am in the shade 120, and it is perfect to conceal my under eyes with because it is 1 to 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone. Next, a blush that also surprised me. I tried these blushes and I wasn't like blown away or anything, but the more I tried them, the more they became a favorite. It is the M Cosmetics Pillow Plush Blush. This is the shade Peanut. I thought I was gonna enjoy the other shade, which I can't think of the name right now, but Peanut really took me by storm. I'm wearing it today. You're about to see me apply it. So here I am applying it, and the reason why I thought I wouldn't enjoy these that much is because I love the So Soft blushes a lot, okay? I've talked about them since they've launched. They are highly pigmented. They give you a nice satin finish and just are absolutely beautiful. This, however, actually blurs, and it is a matte finish. I have highlighter over, which I'm about to talk about, which became my favorite this month, but these blushes are really special, and I like to apply with a BK Beauty 106. Does a really good job of dispersing the pigment properly, and I'm just layering over. This is one thing I love about these blushes, is that I'm layering over powder, concealer, other highlighter I have on my face, and you can build this up as much as you want, and it is blurring. I feel like M Cosmetics does a really good job of making their color products not just a color product that lasts, or like, oh wow, this is so pigmented, but they make their color products to be like blurring and give you the benefit of a coverage product. So I love this shade. I think it's a very universally flattering shade. If you have a deeper skin tone, this is gonna show up brighter and more vibrant. If you are a lighter skin tone, it's gonna be a really nice, warm, neutral peach. Next, the highlighter that became my favorite because I did the trick. You guys saw the short or the reel on Instagram. I ripped that nasty sponge off. The Laura Mercier liquid highlighter in the shade Gold Glow. I haven't stopped using this since I ripped the sponge off, and I absolutely love it. It can be built up. It is very skin-like, and there are some gold shimmers in there, and you're seeing me apply it now. I would say this is a shimmerier if you enjoy like a shimmery type of highlight, not like a, I shouldn't say shimmery, but compared to the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Wand in Spotlight, which I love, that's more of like a cream glow. There's not much visible shimmer. This does have visible shimmer, which I personally enjoy, and you can see it on my face now, but I'm gonna show you right now. I can build this up. It doesn't pick up on other product. I'm using the BK Beauty 106, and this can be built up, layered, added on later on in the day. Say you want just like a little more highlight because you're going out after work, or like you have something going on and you're like, oh, I just would like a little more glow. Maybe you have very dry skin and you just need that like extra glowy pick-me-up. This will go on over other products beautifully, and that is why it became a quick favorite, especially after I took that sponge tip off. So I will just go in with my BK Beauty 106 or a beauty blender. People in that short were like, oh yeah, tear off one dirty sponge and use another dirty sponge, and it was my beauty blender. And I'm like, I just applied a full face of makeup with my beauty blender. Of course it's dirty, but I'm not applying it with a dirty sponge. Some people just really miss the mark of like what you're trying to do, which is help them. It's just bizarre. Anyway, I love this highlighter. It is so nice and like glass glow with shimmer. Really beautiful. I have all 3 shades, and Gold Glow is my favorite. Let's talk brow gel. The brow gel that took me by storm this month is the Jones Road Brow Gel, okay? And I love the clear one. The light brunette was a little too warm. I discussed that in some other videos, but the clear is absolutely wonderful. It has 2, and you're seeing me apply this now, but it has 2 edges to the spoolie itself. One edge is longer bristles and the other edge is shorter bristles. So I like to to brush up my brows with the longer bristles first, and then lay in place the other brow hairs that I want to lay a little flatter, because once I start getting to the arch here on my eyebrow, once I get to the arch of my brow, I like to lay my brow hairs down just because I don't have many brow hairs and all of that stuff. So it looks a little wild if I just brush everything up. But the Jones Road Brow Gel, what makes it so special is that spoolie applicator. Plus it holds your brows in place and you have work time. A lot of times with a clear brow gel like this, it can start getting tacky and it can start flaking and you have white flaking in your brows. This does not do that. It holds brows and makes brows look beautiful even if you don't have pencil liner, not pencil liner, a brow liner, oh my God, brow pencil in your brows. This gel is incredible. It feels like a classic brow gel without the crustiness. So if you're looking for something that's gonna hold your brows in place, but not white flake and not make them feel like absolutely crunchy, like I can touch my brows, I feel like I have product in there, but it's not crunchy like the Maybelline Clear Mascara. Totally different. Now it's time for the lip combo that I have on. I placed a MAC order because I reviewed the MAC Studio Radiance foundation, which I will link that review below. But I also repurchased some favorite lip colors, and one was the lip pencil in Cork, which is Imagine Stripped Down's deeper, warmer sister. Cork is a must. It is what I have on my lips. It looks beautiful on its own. And then right over that, I have Cherish, which is a satin MAC lip formula, which I love MAC's satin lip formulas. But Cherish is one of the first MAC lipsticks I've ever purchased, like the lipsticks. I was big into the lip glasses, right, in high school, but my first MAC lipstick was Cherish, and I have gone through 5 or 6 of these in the past, I guess it is longer than 10 years. 10 plus years, I have been repurchasing Cherish. It is one of the most flattering shades on me. It is like my lips, but better. And if I wanted a lip pencil that wouldn't be such a contrast with Cherish, I would pick something like Subculture, because Subculture was the lip pencil that I purchased to go with Cherish back in the day, and they are a beautiful combo. Subculture is a little pinkier and a little bit deeper, just a tad bit deeper. It just kind of fills in the lines where you want to go back in with Cherish, but Cork and Cherish together give you this really nice warm lip shade. And then right over that, I just applied MAC's Lip Glass in Clear. I talked about this in the members only vlog that I needed this clear lip glass because, first of all, MAC's Lip Glass formula is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas. It's sticky enough to last all day, but it's not too sticky to be annoying. So I purchased this because I think I saw it on Twitter, but someone was like, the perfect 90s lip is MAC's lip liner in Stone and MAC's clear lip glass. And I was like, oh my God, I have so many MAC lip liners that this will go with, and those glossy, like cool toned or warm toned brown lips from the 90s. Yes, I want to wear that. So I picked up the MAC lip glass in Clear, and this has become a favorite even with nothing on my lips. It is so glossy. If you like the Tower 28 clear lip gloss, but you feel like you go through that way too fast because it doesn't really last all day, you're gonna like this. It's moisturizing, it's sticky enough to last, but your hair isn't getting all in your lips, if that makes sense. Last but not least, it's actually the ponytail holders that I have in my hair. I tweeted, somebody please, or did I say this in a vlog? By the way, if you would like to join members, you get 4 vlogs a month every single Monday. It is $2.99 a month. You also get access to all of my backlogged videos, my unlisted videos, and if you can support this channel at a level of only 99 cents, and you get access to the archives as well. But I think this was from a vlog, but I asked you guys, okay, so Sephora discontinued their clear elastic hair bands, the ponytail holders. I've purchased those for years. Sephora brand, and they came just like this. One of you go, you gotta get blacks, okay? But it's a UK brand, right? And please, if it was you, comment below. I'd love to pin your comment because you saved my life. So I purchased 2 of these from Amazon. I have them in my hair now. I can do tiny little ponytails or, you know, larger ponytails. These are snag free, and they remind me of the exact Sephora clear elastics that I used to repurchase for years that actually don't pull your hair out at all. And these blacks ones, very similar, if not the same. I wonder if Sephora had blacks like manufactured their hair ties for them. Anyway, you can do really small ponytails and not get hair coming out, or you can do larger ones. These are incredibly magical. Again, I will have everything that I I mentioned in the info box below. Yes, they are affiliate links, and if you shop through my links, it supports this channel. Thank you so much for doing that. And like this video if you enjoy monthly favorites. I sure do. I love a good roundup. And subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you in this beautiful, wonderful, positive community. And let us know in the comments what you loved in the month of September. My birthday month is over. It went by way too fast. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.